Good morning, dear students. I, Vidyasagar, your SS teacher, welcome you all in the e-learning class of Modern International Students. So, I am going to start subject SPL of Standard 8, and this is first video lecture on the chapter 3rd. Why do we need a parliament? Dear students, first of all, we have to know that our India is a democratic country, and being democracy, all the citizens they have the equal rights and they have to live under a certain rules, and these rules are mentioned in the constitution. Like we in this chapter we will come to know that what are the works of the parliament. As you further chapter you will come to know about that there are the three constituent bodies of the government. First is the judiciary, second is the executive, and third is the legislature. So under the legislature this parliament is comes, and we used to respect the law which have been prescribed by this parliament. Like as the decision making and need for all the government, democratic government have to consent to their citizens. It means the citizens they should have the rights that the which kind of the rules should be there, and their representative must give this in the parliaments. Like in this chapter we will see that the parliament, which is the institution where the law used to be made, and these laws further applied to all over the country. As next is the topic is why should people decide. As we know that our country that became independent on 15th August 1947, and we got this independence after a long struggle which have been done over 200 years ago. It means since 200 years, and our first revolution it was started during 1857, the first revolt by which the rebellions they have started, and they have come in front of the British directly, and they were opposing that this is our country and we can rule our country well. So this struggle started from that point, and it take a long time because peoples they all were came to know that these British they came here for the trade, and further they expanded their territory. It means these were the circumstances which have been developed by those British. Now people from various backgrounds they have joined the struggle because certain peoples they saw that this struggle is not for a single person. These struggles have been given, and these struggles have to done with all the unity, and so all the peoples can overcome for the struggle. Now under those colonial rules people they were living in the fear, and the British government they also did not agree with many of the decisions they took. But nowadays when we are got the freedom and we are independent, then we having all the rights and we are making our law. Like the freedom movement situation that has been changed the situation, and nationalists began openly criticized. It means first of all during the Gandhian ideology, what we can think that their ideology was to spread the message with peace and non-violence. So people was doing that during 1915 when Gandhiji arrived from South Africa. He has done his first satyagraha from Champaran, which is in Bihar, for the Indigo Revolution, and further he obtained this method of the opposing the British with the non-violence, and further they were doing this. But those peoples those soldiers who has taken part during the 1857, they started the confronting them British as in face to face, because they were came to know that these British, they are going to merge our religions, they are going to just mix up our religious ideologies and everything. That's why they were doing this. As the 1885, the Indian National Congress, which was situated by A.O. Hume, which was a retired British administrative officer, and it was elected the legislative members with the right to discuss about budget and ask questions. It means the Indian National Congress, which was from the Indian part, they were confined that we should also have the rights to ask the questions. And same, the Government of India Act 1909. At this act, the Muslim, you can say the community level, this act was started, and this was also known as Marley-Minto reform during 1909. And some of the representatives, they were allowed to give the votes, while the early legislative under the British government were not in the growing demands of nationalists, and they did not allow the adults for vote, and neither they could participate in the decision making format. It means lot of restriction were there to just prevent them. Now in this chapter we are going to discuss about the struggles for the freedom which left the doubt in the minds that the nationalists, that if our country would get free and if any party will ruling there, then this type of mentality should not be grabbed by the party, that what kind of methods, what kind of rule he will want, then he could run like that the countries. So they have made out the certain rules, and that rule was framed in the constitution. And as you know that our constitution, it took time, 2 years, 11 months and 18 days. And since these times were being taken to make our constitutions, then by that independence we were going to be a free country. And it means, as I told you, that government should not be enact like that what it want, and it should be done like that, like the people's demand and dream and the aspiration of freedom struggle were made in concrete in the constitution of independent India. It means those thoughts which have came during the freedom struggles of India, which came in their mind that our India should be like that. It means our India should like that all the people should equally participate to making their own nation, to improve their own nations. And they also let down the rule of the universal adult franchise. This means that all the adults, they should have the equal rights to votes, rather than their economic background, rather than their prosperity, rather than their age, rather than their race, caste and sex. So these were the descriptions which mention in both the paragraph. Okay dear students, read the paragraph and keep watching. Thank you.